the approach we like to take to radio is to treat it as a production, which it is. So we'll cast the voices, we'll record them on one day, and we go back and mix on the second day, and that helps you to give the idea its due, because it doesn't always happen in that 1 hour in studio. Sometimes there's a little bit of magic that you'll think about after the fact, and I think in television and print we give ourselves that luxury. We allow ourselves to prepare and cast and this and fine tune and that. In radio we've got 1 hour in studio and then we're out. Duration of a spot is always a contentious thing, because obviously the shorter the spot, the less expensive it is. But I think as an agency, we have a responsibility, agencies in general, we have a responsibility to help our clients understand that an extra 5 seconds, for argument's sake, in a radio spot could be all the difference in terms of timing. So you could have a great spot that's 35 seconds, for argument's sake, versus a spot that just misses the mark because you shaved those 5 seconds off. I think humour plays a big part in advertising, because we are interrupting someone's day. If you're going to interrupt their day, you might as well give them something to smile about. I don't think necessarily there are people who can do radio ads and people who can't. Some people have a passion for it and they generally do the best stuff, but that's because they apply their minds to it. So I think good writers should be good at radio. Good creatives should be good at radio. And it's not specifically the domain of radio writers. Creatives these days have to be versatile. Radio should be an aspect that they are able to do and able to do well. I suppose sponsorship on radio is quite a niche thing. You have a very limited range of the kind of stuff you can sponsor. Obviously, it's radio programs. And for me, the broadcasters need to be more flexible and innovative in how they allow us to engage with their properties, because some of them tend to be quite prescriptive. If you buy a sponsorship, you buy a sponsorship in the way that they've done it, and they've always done it. So if it's like a quiz, they say, no, you can sponsor the quiz, and then it says this quiz is brought to you by X, but that limits us in terms of how we can develop content and help deliver great radio promotions to them. As far as live reads can be used effectively, for me the Lexus example is a great one, because it used a live broadcast, it used SMS interaction with the audience, the DJ was speaking to the actor or the driver in the car, we had a copywriter sitting in the back of the vehicle. It was really a network of people making this thing happen. So on paper it's a 30-second spot, but actually it was so much bigger than that. So I think the team did an amazing job of taking the 30-second spot and using all various different kinds of ways of bolstering it, which made it incredibly effective.
The morning commute, a journey that seems to last forever. Today, you're going to wish it would. Because today, you're going to drive the Lexus GS450 Hybrid to work. This is your drive, your chance to compare your car to ours. You'll decide what features of this car we cover by sending your text questions to 33841. The first ever Lexus Live Drive starts now. Are you ready to pursue perfection?
News making headlines: an increase in the petrol price expected to be announced this afternoon.
Hot 104.9 News.
Lexus Live Drive. Ashley Dowd out in the traffic. What's going on?
You're telling me that the price of petrol's going up. We're driving the GS450H with an electric motor and the V6 engine. The electric motor takes charge of the startup and low speed. So we're actually not using any petrol in the slow speeds, but there's not a trade-off when it comes to power.
What's your Lexus Live Drive question? Text us on 33841.
live drive time with Sam Roy. Sam, what's going on?
This is the very first ever Lexus Live Drive. Paul sent us an SMS. He wants to know what the standard technology that's available in this car. So, again, Ashley Downs is the man who knows it all.
Let me tell you about some of the features that I really like. I mean, if you come towards this car with the key in your pocket, the car senses you within a meter radius. You put your hand on the handle and the car automatically opens. I mean, with all these astounding features, you'd expect them to be added extras, as they usually are, but these just come standard.
What's your next Lexus Live Drive question? Text us on 33841.
Lexus Live Drive. Sam, what's going on?
We've had some SMSs. People want to know about the interior of the car.
The words that come to mind are Grace. She's a ship of state. Got a color display in front of me, and it's got all the information that I need for my phone, satellite navigation system over here. I've got a reverse video system when I'm reversing the car. I can see exactly where I'm going.